Da 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 da.
What's that letter?
O is for
You show the letter O here. O.
O is for mama.
Orange.
O is for mama. A is for daddy. O is for toilet. A is for apple. B.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is May the 7th, and this is basically a breaking news critical update. As you know, we are approaching
Show
the
here
May
the
9th
letter.
Victory
Show
Day
here.
celebration and parade. The world leaders supposedly are coming to Moscow, and I have tried to educate and share with all of you that it's not just the Victory Day of the night, but they actually celebrate, they being Russia, this all week long and glorify themselves in their victory over Nazism.
No, it's you.
Today, over the last 24 hours, Ukraine has absolutely smashed Russia everywhere.
Two.
Military
Very
targets,
good, you.
air bases,
And
infrastructure.
letters this.
Over 500
Letter
drones have been
Y.
in the air confirmed.
Why?
As in
Putin
yellow.
in shock,
Yellow.
Russia in chaos.
What's the sound?
Literally,
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Yeah.
validate it for you over the next few minutes.
Why?
Everything I'm going to share, I have confirmed
What letter is
with
that?
at least
Why?
3 sources inside
What
Russia
letter?
and inside
Letter?
Ukraine. Thank you for being here.
Ah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank
Very
you for
good
commenting,
letter.
subscribing.
Anna,
Here we
letter
go. This is the latest. So Putin screaming no. Moscow looks on fire, and
Yeah.
Zelensky is saying yes, and I'm giving you a thumbs up. Why? Because this has placed Russia in absolute chaos. They did not expect this, and the reason we know they did not expect it is because now Putin is throwing out the threat of the Oreshnik on Kyiv, and that is a fact. So, if you're here, if you're watching Ukraine, please pay attention to the air alarms. Let's go with it.
What letter
This
is
is what
that?
happened. Ukraine largest attack over the last 24 hours. Ukraine confirms 447 drones, missiles, etc. 447 attack pieces.
What day?
Where
Russia
are
says
they?
it was over 500.
India?
Well, great. That's great. For
Yes.
over 24 hours now, the Ukrainian armed forces drones have been attacking the Russian Federation without a break. It's nonstop. Monitors say confirming
Where
from
is the
both
letter
Ukrainian
A?
and Russian sources.
What
Currently, right
does-
this minute, and this is
what
12:43
does
Eastern as I'm
letter
recording,
is?
11 regions of the
It's
Russian Federation,
it's
including Moscow, are
conjoined
under
A
attack
and E.
by
I guess it
UAVs. They're
sounds
still flying, and the white
Ah.
zone right there, those
Eh.
regions have been declared as a no-fly zone on the border between Ukraine and Russia, and then of course Belarus and Russia. That is now a no-fly zone. We also know that Vucic earlier couldn't
Yeah.
make
Show
it,
here. Show
but
here.
he finally did
Hey.
arrive, but he had to
Honey,
reroute, and that is the Serbian
A.
clown
Yeah.
standing there with Putin.
Hey.
So let's continue.
Okay, another
Confirmed.
letter.
The armed forces of Ukraine attacked
A.
an airfield
What's the sound
in
of
the
A?
Moscow region. That's in the Moscow
What's the
region
sound?
where aircraft and personnel were
Ah.
stationed who were going to be involved in the May 9th parade. So let me break this down for you.
Show
You know
her.
the flyover that happens in Moscow?
What's the
And
sound of
six
M?
Jets come and they'll push out the red and
What
the
is the
blue
sound?
and the white smoke, and it creates that
Meh.
flag look.
Very good.
So as I said, this is the military base where those that were going to be participating
Yeah,
in
show
the
here.
B.
This is
beautiful
B.
flyover
Very good. What's the
could
sound of
possibly
B?
be stationed.
What is the
Now,
sound
does
of
that mean
B?
the flyover's canceled? Of course not. Were those aircraft destroyed?
What
no,
is the
but
sound
this
of B?
installation was hit. Absolutely.
What is the sound
a
of letter
military
B?
target.
Very
Now, more
good.
confirmations for you. Russian
Another.
airport system
H.
collapses due to drone
H.
attacks.
What's the sound
Dozens
of
of
H?
flights postponed or canceled. And guys, let me tell you, Russia has
very
a
good.
large
Another
airline
letter.
industry and infrastructure. It
show
is
here.
a very large nation.
Oh.
What's the
don't
sound?
forget that. With very big cities and it's
Oh.
massive. So air
Oh.
travel is how
Yeah, another.
people move around. Due to flight restrictions, passengers at Nukovo, which is
Q.
in Moscow,
Very
Sheremetyevo,
good.
Moscow,
What's sound of
and
Q?
Domodedovo
Qua.
in Moscow.
Dra.
Those are the
That one,
three
what letter is
main
that?
airports in Moscow City, and
E.
Sheremetyevo is the international, and Domodedovo
Oh.
is the international, and Nukovo
I.
is the regional. People have been waiting
S.
for hours to board. There's
Pick up
your
all
the
rides
letter
the
S.
since
letters.
yesterday. Orange.
Pick up
Delays
all
and
Pick up all the
cancellations have also
letters.
been reported in
Very good.
Volgograd. That's where Putin
Pick
wants to
up.
rename it Stalingrad.
Pick
People
up
say
all
ask him.
the
Nizhny Novgorod,
letters.
Samara, and
Okay,
Perm
pick up,
airports.
put in
In
the
St. Petersburg, people are not allowed off the plane for more than 7 hours. They've been sitting
Mama.
on the tarmac.
Let's
Additionally,
pick up all
coming in,
the
not only the Moscow
Okay.
region, but
Let's
in other
pick up
regions,
all
mobile
the
internet is dead.
letters.
But of course, Russia said we're going to be smashing the mobile internet so the enemies can't shoot drones at us and we can control their airwaves. It's a real situation. It's chaos. Restaurants, shops, banks at parade locations are sealed off. The metro is closed. The metro. We're talking about 2 million